Okay, so I'm fed up with being lied about in the last 9 years and New South Wales Police not doing anything except for listening to the entitled people that have made up stories. Great example is I never knew Belinda Jeffries before late 2013, which means I never knew her drug dealer, the heavyset Russian guy Ush, before that. So the cocaine dealer. So I'm not involved in drugs or alcohol, but when I first met Belinda Jeffries, the hairdresser, I went to her salon for a haircut and treatment. And then she just assumes everybody's like minded like her. So, yeah. First time. So it was in late 2013 for a haircut and treatment, and she openly talks about all her behaviour, like when she does a shitload of cocaine every Monday and Tuesday at her place in Elizabeth Bay. She's originally from Penrith. Her salon's La Boutique in Double Bay, and it was the Toomers. Actually, it was Anthony Toomer who I briefly met once when I was buying shoes at Apex Shoes, and then kept in touch, but weren't really close. And happened to mention to him in late 2013, I was looking for a new hairdresser, and he said he knew someone, and he said just try this place in Double Bay. So I did, and yeah. But yeah, cocaine, cannabis. Let me see what else they're up to. And suddenly, apparently, I'm a person that looks like a like-minded character to that. So in 2016, when Belinda Jeffries said, "Quick, Juzzy, come over now. I can't leave because because Ush was on his way, but I can't leave to take the money out to pay Ush. Claude's at band practice. You're gonna have to come over. I'll give you my card and take the money out for me." Yeah, that actually happened. And I've kept saying, I feel like I'm getting dragged into something here. Yeah, I was saying I feel like I'm getting dragged into something. Mind you, I had just been lied about it in 2015. So I'm not going to put up with this shit. And if Belinda Jeffries wants to play the victim recently, really, you want to play the victim? Sure. You're a victim of what? Your own drug fucked coke nose, lying alcoholic mouth, cannabis smoking. What? You think you're entitled? Because, yeah, you do. She thought she was entitled to look into my life as just my hairdresser. And I kept saying to her, like, except that time, now she's my hairdresser. When I socialize with her, I socialize with her on the notion that she's my hairdresser. I'm socializing with my hairdresser. But that time in Lazy Bones, when she said, "Oh, Juzzy, are we friends?" And I went, so for a second, I was like, oh my God, she's just my hairdresser. And I did my big eye roll and went, "Yeah, B, we're best friends." Being a smart ass. Because I thought she was well, I'm not going to I'm not going to blurt out. Well, no, I'm sure people can understand what I thought she was, okay, and her behaviour and involving herself into my life and always, "Oh, who are you?" and all this bullshit. Now, all this shit started more after I was lied about in 2015. But yeah, so if people are so stupid, for example, I did make that comment and it's true, and I've always been okay. I don't care what other people do. If it doesn't affect me, then I don't really care. But when it starts affecting me, meaning if I'm getting slandered, which I have just been for the 9 years, defamed and so forth, yeah, then you're going to hear it from me. So when Belinda Jeffries' birthday was in 2016 and she decided to bring Walter Kennard over, and then Walter Kennard brought his cocaine from his dealer, which was called Monty. Check it out. I mean, you can just check out all the text messages and phone pings or whatever back and forth from this guy. I mean, mind you, Anthony Toomer is involved when that's the Toomers are involved. And I mean, how many times did one of Ush's runners used to pull up out the front of Anthony Toomer's parents' house and be doing deliveries there? Or Belinda Jeffries. Yeah, I'll be a biggest cunt to people. Like, you forget, I'm not like-minded. You guys participate in that and I spectate. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm just spectating, going, okay, whatever, that's their thing. I've barely drunk alcohol in my life. And that's the truth. Like, I'll have one martini, and that's it. Basically, I used to be always called a Cadbury, a glass and a half. Barely. drunk alcohol in my life. But you lot think that I'm this what? You think I'm some pushover? This is bullshit. Oh, these deadbeats of people. Seriously. Um, if I had to be, involved or whatever, or dragged into being someone's choice, like if you had to choose between me and somebody else in the last 9 years, please choose the other person. Because you lost me, you dickheads, when I became a choice. That means my dad's side of the family as well. So I'll be polite on the phone, but that means Jeffrey Williams, Fiona, Meredith, Joe, and we love Geo. Okay, fine. I'm your cousin that you never bothered to get to know because we only really connected at Nan's funeral, which was in October 2007. You never got to know me, but it became a choice between your cousin and your cousin's boyfriend who you don't even know. So you lost me when it became a choice. And that's the thing. In the last 9 years, almost 10, everybody lost me when it became a choice. This bullshit about, he doesn't keep in touch with anybody. No, of course not. Because I'm not some second best. I don't care about people. You're not going to rubbish me, run me down, lie about me, discredit, slander me. You're not going to be like what my mother's side have always been towards me. So, no. As soon as it became a choice, you lost me. And I love how these wankers of people that thought they could choose. It's like, you want to choose? Think carefully. Because I'm the person that gives you loyalty. I'm someone that doesn't participate in what you do, but then doesn't really care what you do because that's your own business. And I'm not going to stick my nose into your business. Just remember that. I'm somebody that doesn't dish you, and I haven't until you started making it a choice and dishing me in the last 9 years. I don't care what you get up to. I don't care. That's your business. I don't participate. Like, I never have. I'll hang out with people. I spectate, don't participate. Because the same thing. It's like if I'm going to be social and I've barely drunk alcohol in my life and I've barely drunk alcohol in my life. Okay? Which is why I have a very low tolerance to everything. Everything. Which is why when some wanker realized that I was that type of person that doesn't do anything, but I just look like a character I'm not, and he drugged me on G, the smallest amount affected me because I've never done things like this. I don't. I look a character that I'm not, but I have the most, lowest, like whatever immune system. Like it's so easy for me to get drunk. For example, if I have one drink and I'm like, okay, it affects me because I don't have tolerance. I've never built up tolerance because I've barely drunk alcohol. Not a drug user. I'm not one of these people that. I don't know what people have made me out to be. It's like, that's weird considering I don't do anything this. I'm social. But yeah. And that's true. So I look at this and go, well, you idiots wanted to make it about a choice thing. Go. Choose the other person. Please don't choose me. Because you've lost me when you made the choice. I gave people loyalty. And, well, you want to make it a choice? Go ahead. Because I no longer hold loyalty to you. So I'll stand back and go, oh, yeah. Yeah, so when Belinda Jeffries used to buy a shitload of cocaine from auction and then go and distribute it to people, yeah, she did. And then his little runners, they used to pull up in those little bomb cars out the front of her place. Yeah, that happened. Why should I ignore her behaviour after the last 9 years? I mean, I was, being very polite to people. Very polite and old school where I mind my own business. I'm not involving myself in your business. I'm over here. You do you. I don't want to know. Yeah, I'm not that person now. Well, I don't have to be. Because I don't have to hold loyalty to anybody at all. Sorry, you made the choice. So please choose the other person. Go ahead. Choose. Because I take myself out of the equation. I'm no longer in the equation for a choice. Thanks very much. I'm taking myself out of it, which means I take my loyalty to you out of it as well. Something like your Russian guy Ush might want to have a word about, because in your behavior, Belinda Jeffries, in you guys, the way you behave, loyalty is something that you want from people. I took myself out of the equation became a choice, so I'd take myself out. I'm not a choice. Choose the other person, not me.